is best for your framing needs. And they're waving their flags high, saying USA all the way.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET. And we appreciate each and every one. We got lots to talk about on today's show. We've got things that you're going to want to see, things you're going to want to be aware of, and other things that you're going to say, you know what, I can't wait to have fun with that. Because I know Jesse's got some plans for the weekend. He always does. Jesse, what's going on over there?
Oh, yes. I think I'm just going to relax this weekend. I know Doctor Strange comes out next weekend, so that's what I'm hoping for to watch. So hopefully I can find something to watch in theater this weekend, though.
Yeah, I will say if you haven't seen Lost City with Sandra Bullock, go have fun with that, okay? Just have fun. Remember, it's just a fun movie. She's a writer, and she has a novel, and Channing happens to be the cover guy. So it's kind of like he's not the story. She's a writer. You know how some of those covers, like, well, I mean, technically that's how Fabio became Fabio. And I was like, how many ladies love Fabio, right? But it's kind of seen in the movie. It's very funny how it does it, too. But ladies have romance novels, and some of those novels are like, you know what I mean? They're like next level, like, ooh la la. You know what I mean?
I have never read them, so I'm going to take your word that you've read them and know what they're all about.
You can't put that on me. You can't put that on me. No, I just know, and I'm like, okay, what is it about romance novels? It's very like, okay, take a movie, make it like, you know, like, okay, would you want to read it out loud to your kids? The answer is no. That's what those covers are, Jesse. They're basically that for ladies, right? They're the ladies, like ooh la la. So if your lady reads one, just saying, you might want to kind of peer into it and go, okay, that evidently is a thing for you. Got it. And then you wear the Fabio look, right? You know, the big long hair, and you got the long hair. You could totally fan out and go, oh, you know what I mean? And like, I'm gonna rescue you, young lady. So,
Which is why I grew the long hair.
see, there it is. There it is. He wants the Fabio hair, or the Jesse hair, or the long flowing. What do you use on your hair, by the way? Because it's always shiny. I know the ladies are thinking it right now.
Honestly, I don't know. I just use regular shampoo. My hair is just naturally shiny.
Oh my God, you're so that. I know. I got to get a haircut actually, and sometimes my hairdresser goes, "You got a lot of hair." Going, yeah, I know. I don't want a lot of hair, and she goes, "Well, be happy that you have hair like that." Because sometimes the hair is like brittle, or like it's falling out, or sometimes you don't understand what the ladies go through when they prepare it every single day, right? So always be loving to the lady in your life or the people that are taking time to do their hair, okay? And be happy if you have hair. Some people don't have hair and they make it good. I was watching the movie Expendables with Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, and Jet Li and Terry Crews, and let's see who else. Everybody and anyone, right? And my point in saying that is, if you haven't seen it, the third one's really good. It's PG-13. And but my point is, and that one I think they brought in some other characters. Oh, Antonio Banderas and others. It's a good, fun film to watch with the family. That one's less violent than the first one and the second one. But at the end of the day, it's a thing when guys don't have hair. They don't speak about it a lot, but they just wish they had more hair. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of I don't know. There's certain ones that kind of don't have it, and I've seen women that actually have like patches of hair falling out, and I'm like, what is that? And it's a condition, but they don't want the condition. Nobody wants the condition, and guys don't want the condition. I think maybe guys have more of the condition than women do. I don't know, but I think with men and or women, it gets to be a thing because you have hair. And then I go, why do we have hair, right? Do aliens have hair? Why do they have hair? Never. And or if they have hair, do they have a lot? And is it different, right? I know I ask those questions. That's a thing for me. All right, let's say hello to those at social media. We got Kenesia Cunningham is tuning in. Stephanie Reeves tuning in. Hello, happy editing and on set for this glorious sunshine, awesomeness, busy day ahead for today is what Stephanie Reed says. Olga Sainz tuning in, or Sainz. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. There's a lot of things going on around the world. I know Jesse's following a few. Jesse, the question of the day is, what's going on in fun?
In fun. Okay, so Yeah, I don't think anybody should make any more bets with Elon Musk or something. I'd be like, oh, Elon, you should buy that. Don't ever do that. I'm reading one of his tweets. Someone was all like, he's like, I should buy Coca-Cola next so I can put the cocaine back in.
Oh, dun
Oh, I that I was like, at first I was just like, that must be a fake tweet. Nope, nope. He posted that. I was just like, that is hilarious. And then someone was all like, oh, he should buy McPixels. I'm like, oh, the jokes and memes are just getting even better. Just like he can pretty much buy whatever he wants. So
I know there's always the one in the room that's like, dude, how dare he say that, right? It's like, no, 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 he's joking about it. And then you go, is he joking? And then, but look, at the end of the day, he has a lot of money. He has a lot of time, evidently. A little too much time, I think. I think he needs to get back to his program with SpaceX, right? A lot of things are happening there. But, if he tweets, anyone can tweet, right? And that's why I like Twitter. And I say that a little selfishly because we're on Twitter, okay? And we have people following us. Jesse's at I am Jesse Sanchez. I'm Aaron M. Sanchez, so you can find me on all handles there. And I tweet stuff rarely, but I retweet some of what you guys do. I don't retweet everything. I get a lot of tweets that go, can you retweet my stuff? And it's like shameless promotion of some weird stuff like Ray-Ban, and stuff that you're like, why am I being tagged in this? So Twitter's kind of like, sometimes, but if you're engaged with your audience, then of course you check in on they check in on you. It just depends on how many people you're following. I'm following way too many people. I gotta unfollow a bunch of people. So yeah, but go follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, definitely on YouTube. We're streaming on all live platforms. I know I was seeing some kind of like, I will say this. I will say his buying Twitter has kind of a renewed interest in certain social media platforms that I'm starting to see is a thing. Now, I know Facebook was working, and they're kind of like, no, we're Meta. I'm like, why are you Meta when you're Facebook? That makes no sense. I understand the Metaverse. That makes sense for virtual, but that's an add-on. That's not replacing Facebook. That makes no sense. So keep servicing Facebook because Facebook is kind of buggy. I was doing something yesterday. I was trying to post something and it says schedule your message, and I'm not even sure it went out on Facebook. I know it didn't go out on Twitter. So some of the programming's off right now on schedule tweets. Okay, I tweeted something for our station yesterday, and honestly, I posted it because I felt like it wouldn't go when it should have gone. Anybody that has like a page or a Twitter account, you can schedule tweets to go out at a certain time ahead of time. So a lot of our programmers do exactly that, right, Jesse? Like, let's say Jesse has a show at 8 p.m., right? Or 8, on Sunday or Saturday, and he wants to stream his live show of, I don't know, whatever he wants, right? The question of the day is, will he promote it? And the answer is, well, that depends on if he's good with social media. But if you're good with social media, or even if you're not, I always say get your account up and ready, all right? If you have to, at the end of the day, just follow everyone you know, all right? And if they follow you back, great. If they don't, then oh well, whatever. Sometimes they kind of link your account into like your email account, and then you could kind of bring that up. I started that way back when. Some people go, why do you have multiple accounts? I go, because I have more than 5,000 that I want to, follow. And, and I didn't like the restriction that they put on certain things, kind of like I'll give you an example. On LinkedIn, you could be connected to like thousands, right? There is no limit. On Facebook, there's that 5,000 limit, right, on a profile. Now they say, well, you need a page for more, and I say, yeah, but and at the time I was like, I'm a promoter, and I promoted events, okay, and I would get a little money to promote an event, right, and then they would kind of pay through PayPal on Eventbrite. Gotta love Elon Musk for PayPal, right? But Eventbrite was kind of the thing that you go on to. Now, Facebook has new platforms or like what I will say add-ons, which help you with event planning, and you could collect the money through them now. But at the end of the day, if you have a problem, I don't know that I want to go through them yet because they don't have good customer service. Eventbrite has good customer service because that's all they do. But there's some things I still don't trust with Facebook. Other than, ads. I've done ads. I've advertised certain things, and I've gotten a lot of viewing, even from some of our, shows, like clips of our shows, right? And then sometimes they have certain restrictions on them, but you can find your audience with that if you just promote to the right people. And then Facebook has this thing called compensation, where if you have so many hours of watch time, kind of like YouTube, you get paid for it, monetization, right? So I actually got a check the other day for $190, and I was like, yay! You know, I was like, it was out of nowhere, right? So all those stars that you guys send us, and or all the things that you watch of our videos, if we enable ads and stuff, I don't know, I haven't seen an ad on any of our stuff, not gonna lie. I want to have an ad time because we have ad time on our thing, but technically, you know, it's more of like an added value. I guess my point is this: there's certain companies investing in certain things. And Jesse, I did see something that I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad I have Snapchat, because I was like, wait a minute, do I want this? And do you remember? And this was on technology. Do you remember the glasses that Snapchat had? And they were kind of like, they didn't really make it far, but they were supposed to be kind of like viewing glasses with like video. Do you remember that?
I remember it vaguely. It didn't go. It wasn't very successful, so I don't know too much about it.
Yeah. Well, now there's this like little drone thing that I've seen before, and it takes your pictures. They unveil. It's called a $230 photo drone that follows you around. Okay. And for those, do you remember way back when? Oh, what was it? It was the little robots, and they came in through the window, and it was like the older family. They're like, we're getting kicked out, and then the little robots kind of teamed up together, and they had a little cute little eyes, and they had the little baby. What was that called? It was in the 80s, Jesse. I know you know it.
Well, it makes you think why? Because it has to do with like aliens, machines, and all this stuff. It's called Batteries Not Included, okay?
There it is. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, I love that movie. I just can never remember the title. Jesse, thank you. I knew you would know. And isn't it smart? So this is a little thing. I think if they made it look like that, Batteries Not Included. Thank you for that. By the way, that's a good, fun watch with your family. I think it's good for the kids, I think. I don't remember if it's PG or PG. It is, right? Yeah, I remember loving it. And I was just like, those little things are so cute. And they were like alien-esque, right? They were like, right? They were from another planet, I guess, but they don't really answer that. They need a Batteries Not Included too. Wait.
It was cool. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed the, whatever design for those machines were. It was a cool movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I think if they kind of like, I mean, let's put it this way: if they were real, I wouldn't know it, right? But it had a host of really good people, and I loved it because it kind of brought in here. I'm trying to pull up the picture of the little guys, and they were just so adorable. Hold on, let me bring up this. Well, they had attitude, right? And let me bring up this one. Well, no, I don't know. I'm all over the place because I'm just saying this right now. And it was just a good film. And if you haven't seen it, I do recommend you kind of flash back to it, even with your family, because I know there's a lot of movies that aren't out right now. And it was fun. And if you don't remember it, you'll remember it a little. I think it was a Steven Spielberg, wasn't it, Jesse?
I believe he had something to do with it, correct. Oh, he's an executive producer, yes.
Yeah. And I remember that, and I remember just like, aren't they adorable? They're like little family members. Remember that? And they're like, oh, they're so cute. And they would fix things. Remember that?
Yes, I remember. Oh, I feel like watching this movie now. Great.
Yeah, and then they peered in on you as a kid, and if you don't remember it, you need to just like, I think they need to redo this or do like a spin-off of it, like a forward of this, and I think they definitely can do it really fun. I'm not gonna lie, I wish I had the money to be able to do that. Because I think I have a story in my head of like how you can make it work. But it was just neat because they kind of came to the town and they kind of helped them all with what they needed, right? And it was like, it was just neat. So again, and this is kind of like them peering in the window, which you kind of wonder, like if UFOs were like this, would it be kind of cool? I say yes, as long as they don't attack you and or want to hurt you, right? But this was the poster of the day, and it was a little device looking through the window, and I don't remember if they're looking for a home or they're just there for a reason, or one of them crashes and the other ones come in to find the little one. Was it like that? I don't remember. I kind of forgot. It was a Steven Spielberg film presents a Matthew Robbins film, and it had some big names in it, especially of the day, and a lot of them were older. but it was kind of like which actually is very appropriate right now. A lot of people were like in a what was it, an apartment building, and they didn't have the money to pay certain things, or they're gonna move everybody out, right, unexpectedly, and they're like, but we've been here for years, and they didn't want to move, and then these little guys kind of help them out. Then they become kind of aware that other ones are aware of them, and they try to hide out, but they were just so cute. Anyway, my point in saying this, okay, is there's a device that Snapchat has, okay, and it's pretty neat actually. And I've seen this before, but they're kind of marketing it. I think it's going to be pretty cool too. And here it is. It is the what they're calling the drone, the pocket-sized drone. It's introduced Pixie, your friendly flying pocket-sized drone. They have a replacement for the cheap phone stands and awkward outstretched arms of modern self-filming. A yellow square-shaped flying camera drone that costs $230, which actually is a really good price. I don't know how much time it has on it, but listen to this. It weighs about a quarter of a pound, hovers around you to film you automatically. So it has like that balancing thing, so it's got like that drone feel, but it's really small and it fits in your hand, right? They say the original inspiration for the pocket-sized drone called Pixie was, what would it feel like if Tinkerbell, oh, I like this is a good question, were your personal photographer? I'm gonna tell you right now, Tinkerbell does not want to be a photographer. She's like, can I be your size? But there you go. That's why she hates being called Tink. So don't call her Tink ever. Just call her Tinker, and then you'll know who she is. On this interview, Chris, or rather, executive chief of let's see, even I think of the company, said, on one hand, you have these bulky, almost dangerous drones that you have to manually control with the remote control, and on the other hand, you have a phone that can't fly. After filming, Pixie can land in the owner's hand autonomously. That's cool. It comes back to you, Jesse. The images get uploaded automatically to the owner's Snapchat app. I say hello, good gift around the corner. It's available for pre-order in the U.S. and France and starts shipping in late May. All right. Snap, which calls itself a camera company, which is interesting, is known for its social media app Snapchat, which is probably young people for sending disappearing and annotated photo and video messages. Now, I'm not going to lie, Jesse. I kind of thought Snapchat was kind of like, you know how certain companies are like, okay, what's the new thing? I thought TikTok was kind of the new thing. Not going to lie. I feel like Snapchat was kind of going down in like popularity. But
I don't use Snapchat personally, I don't use it, so I don't know.
But this device, Jesse, for the price at $230 is a really good buy. I think. I don't know how much time of video it takes, but imagine this in like video interviews, just like following you around, and that's what it reminds me of. Batteries not included. Like the little guys were like, like they would hover, right? And then they could follow you around, but they were more thinking, devices, or they probably wouldn't want to be called that. What would they want to be called, Jesse? Like if they were around you, if like they flew around you, or they were like waiting for you, like if they knocked on the door.
Ooh, good question. I don't know, but I kind of like the idea of mini drones. Yeah, I'm curious on how much storage this thing is able to hold.
Me too, because there's a lot of applications on it, right? And especially because there's sometimes people go like, can you hold my camera and I'm gonna take a photo, or I'm gonna say something, right? Or they have those stabilizers that they carry around, right? So I don't know how long this works for, but I'm not gonna lie, I want to call up Snapchat and say, hey, can we promote your stuff, because I want to see this up close and personal. So if anybody has a connection at Snapchat, and I know they're here in Venice, hook us up. The drone is another product emerged from Snap's hardware labs and is meant to further its pursuit of the still embryonic market for augmented reality, the much-hyped technology that superimposes digital graphics on images of the real world. That's not really their big play. Their big play is a little camera guy that follows you around named Pixie, right? Like Pixie Dust. And it flies around you. All right, so I'm excited about this. I think a lot of companies are going to be excited about this, and they're going to go next level. Oh, the other one that they were talking about was the spectacles with augmented reality technology built in. But those didn't really do well. They kind of did well. They just not well with the public. But I think this is going to do well if it goes at least 10 to 20 minutes of video time, and it hovers around you, and it doesn't get blown away by the wind, right? If it bounces like that.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with drones, because if it's windy, that thing's going to be absolutely useless.
Yeah, but I think it's fun that it knows you and knows where you're at. I don't know how they do that, but I like it obviously sees the tracking. Remember how you wanted that in glasses? It has some tracking that whether you move or you walk around, it follows you around. I come on, man.
How does it fly? Like, is there a controller or?
That's the thing. It just knows. I don't like you don't have to like if you're talking, you don't have to have somebody control it. It just knows where you're at. It sees probably your face. You probably log in like you do your phone, and then it just follows you around. And then when you put your hand out, it lands in your hand. It's hand size. That's like we're in the future of all the things that we ever loved to talk about in the past. You know what I mean? I want one, Jesse.
It looks cool. I kind of like the idea of it. I'm not a heavy user on Snapchat, so I don't know.
It's so small though. It's cute.
It is small. I've seen small drones too. It takes drones are not easy to pilot. It takes some skill. So
that's why I'm kind of wondering. Back to what you're saying. Yeah, and you're right. I've done that before. We're given a gift. It was for the little one. He was so cute, and we tried it, and the wind and all that. It was like, and it kept crashing into other vehicles. Like, But this one is smart. It flies itself. That's my point. So it's kind of like, ooh, okay, I want one. So anyway, okay, we're out of time. We need to take a quick little break. Got to pay some of the bills here, so we could probably get one, and then we could promote it down the way. And if you haven't seen, again, there it is. If you haven't seen Batteries Not Included, check it out. I guarantee you're gonna love it. It's a great film. All right, people. Okay, we got to take a quick little break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. U-Theory.
It's the Rockefellers Music Festival, May 21st and 22nd at the Dysart Equestrian Center in Banning, with headliners Pat Travers, Boom Boom, I'll Go Live, the Zappa Band, Crazy Town, Come My Lady, Come My Lady, and Cottonmouth King. Plus, more than 21 rock bands playing tributes to Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, Leonard Skinner, Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, and more. RV camping, food, vendors, and a great time for all. Let's go live outside at the Rockefellers Music Festival. Tickets at rockefellers.live.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM, where we love our social media chat. Let's go to our social media chat room. Algenia Kirsten says, "Child, please, total bald Vin Diesel style is cute." So he does rock it, right? So he's got that voice to go with it too, and the muscles, of course. Let's see. Also, Stephanie Reed says, "I'm on Twitter and love Twitter and hoping to get 10,000 followers. Follow me at Stephanie is live." I think I'm following you, right, Stephanie? I hope I am. Let me go back to Twitter really quick. And again, back to social media. I'm hoping the other social media platforms kind of say, "Hey, we got to get ahead of this," because if he's throwing all that money into Twitter, is that the right thing for us to do to get it back to where we need it? Because I think certain ones have kind of become too lax. I'll give you a perfect example. LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn has the ability. Yeah, I'm following you, Stephanie. in fact, let me see if I can retweet something. You have Why I Love the Gilmore Girls. Okay, I'm going to retweet your main video there, and that's your pinned video. You have 314 views already. There you go. Retweeting you. Boom. There you go. So follow me, and then follow Stephanie's Live, or just follow Stephanie's Live. There you go. Now, having said that, so LinkedIn has they have a missed opportunity, right? It's their video, but recently they kind of said, hey, do you want to be a creator? And I'm like, I'm a creator, duh. But they give you the ability to sign up for certain things on your profile. Now, here's what I say. LinkedIn has the ability to be to the professional what Facebook has to friends and or family, right? What I mean by that is this. They have video content all throughout, but they have a lot of also posts that are like informational when it comes to business and or practices and or community. They have keywords and hashtags just like the other ones. But they were bought by Microsoft. And when they were bought by Microsoft kind of like, as they do with most things, they kind of just go, all right, well, now we have it, and what do we do with it, right? And so they just kind of let it go, is my point. So I feel like LinkedIn needs to buy itself back, because at the end of the day, they kind of abandoned what it has the ability to be, which is a great network for people who are professionals, right? Now, some use it as just kind of like a resume thing, and I'm not gonna lie, that's how recruiters actually find other people. So when you put in your information like a resume, which is the way it started, and you see where people work, and you see what company they work for, and then they post about the company, or they're unemployed and they want to like get with people that are in their same field. I'll give you a perfect example. We have like 10,000 followers on LinkedIn, but the video is really like it's how do I say? It's so basic. It's worse than I don't even know what to say or compare it to. There's certain platforms that just perfect example, MySpace. MySpace is no longer what MySpace used to be, right? Everybody says that, but we all had a MySpace account. Do you remember that? You remember that, right, Jesse?
Oh, I loved MySpace. I knew you were gonna say MySpace too. I knew it.
Yeah.
But no, I loved MySpace. It taught me how to, basic coding or whatever, or HTML to, so you can add music and you can know people who visit your page. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I loved it too, and that's how I actually started my career. I started reaching out to people to interview on MySpace, right? And I'm like, but I had a video camera and I had other things, and then I kind of teamed up with some other people that actually did production behind the scenes. But I was surprised when they would respond. So I always said in the future, Twitter was going to be that. Twitter is going to be like the phone number for everybody, and I'm glad it's still around because it kind of had its little moments where people were like, "No, I don't use it anymore." I'm like, "Why not? Like, have an account on there. It's a thing." So I think that the money being put back into Twitter by him buying it with billions of dollars, I just hope he goes back to the developers and says, "Hey, can you kind of make that a thing that works?" Now, there are some companies that kind of do too much. I'll give you a perfect example. Facebook bought Instagram, yeah? You remember back in the day?
Yes.
Instagram wasn't always Facebook, by the way. It was a completely different, or Instagram was, it was a completely different standalone app, right? It was just Instagram. Then Facebook bought it. Then they kind of copied certain things that Snapchat did. And then people were like, dude, that's what Snapchat does. But then after like several months, people were like, oh, whatever. Then they did IGTV, Instagram TV, right? Then they did Reels, right? And you're like, where do they get these from? They're getting these from all the other ones, but it's kind of becoming cluttered in Instagram. Now, there's some cool stuff in there for creators that have a special, and some people just do it just to be on there with their friends, but other people do it for business. So you can actually put links on certain posts to like your product. So anybody that knows Shopify or knows other things that you want to like kind of like, let's say for example, perfect example, you want to sell a book, right? Okay, shameless promotion for myself talking about it. I posted it yesterday because I want to see what people think on just the first page of my book about a butterfly. It's actually about a caterpillar that becomes a butterfly, but and there's a whole story with it. It's a really heartfelt story. But let's say I want to promote that on my Instagram. All I have to do is kind of post it and say, hey, pre-order here. Get your link here, and or kind of promote and say, hey, would you be interested in a copy, and we'll sign it for you. You know what I mean? Like first edition, because that's what's going to be. And then I hook up with the publishing company, which is Jesse Sanchez / new media slash what do you want to call your new company, Jesse?
Let's see. I don't know. I would call it like Crescent Moon Books, or I don't know, something like that.
I like that. Crescent Moon Productions. You got it. Yeah. So Crescent Moon Productions, in league with, Aaron Michael Productions, in league with, whatever you want to say at the end of the day, that's your company, right? I know Stephanie has her company, right? She does stuff and she gets paid for it. But my point is, you can use social media to promote a book. Whereas in the past, you couldn't do that. Now, there are some authors that do it really well and some authors that do it really bad. We get a lot of both when we have them on the show. And sometimes they go, oh, man, we can't promote you because you have like one follower. I saw somebody on our show the other day, and I'm like, you have nobody following you. And I'm like, you got to promote it, okay? You got to get to your friends, your family first. Then when they like you, they'll talk about you. And then they'll go, hey, how's that show coming? Or how's that product coming? Or how's, whatever coming, But sometimes you got to pay into the advertising of it. And LinkedIn is too much. LinkedIn is anywhere from, honestly, when I advertised with them, it was like $3 to $4 a click. And I'm like, whoa, that's expensive. Now, on Facebook, it's as low as like 38 cents, I believe. 30 to 48%. 30 to 48 cents per click, if you define it that way. Then there's impressions, then there's branding, then there's all sorts of different ways you can go about it. But LinkedIn is expensive. Now, does it work? The answer is yes. If you're a corporation, or if you're somebody that knows exactly everything about marketing and then some. But if you don't, then it's expensive. And so Facebook is kind of like in the middle of that. Instagram is way expensive for that, not going to lie. They used to be cheap on stories. So certain influencers like, dude, promote your stuff on stories, right? Because that's cheap. And then hopefully they'll follow you, right? But you have to have like a sizzle moment in it that says, hey, follow me because of this, and that, right? But you got to have somebody edit it. You got to have somebody shoot it. You got to have somebody do all these things, right? So that's why I like the video platform that, Snapchat's doing. Now, with the little drone called Pixie, again, this has the ability to do so much more if it's able to be cross-platform applicable. Or if they're going to have other ones that do that to be like in competition with this, I would say get that, but make sure it flies right and make sure it handles itself and make sure it like does everything really cool and really fast and really sleek, right? I just wonder what the what the megapixel is, that's true, and also what the time on it is, right? But this is the future of drones. This may be a first edition, but imagine like, in, I don't know, even 3 years' time, there's going to be some pretty cool stuff out there, which are kind of going to be like, well, let's put it this way. I always had this idea, I want to say like 12 years ago, when I first started interviewing, right? And I thought, okay, cameraman is all right, but wouldn't it be cool to have like a device like batteries not included kind of follow you around, right? And I know some people are working with that, and they have certain technologies which you put it on a like a what do you call it? Like a stand, and then it follows you around. They have those. Those are face tracking ones, right? Or you could be on a horse if you haven't seen those, and it tracks your body. And you just put it at a safe distance. You put it on a tripod. That's what I want to say. So on the tripod, you put it, and it just follows you around, right? There's a lot of cameras that do that. But ones that like fly itself and then land in your hand, dude, that doesn't usually happen. So I'd be all right with that. I don't think that the mic would be that great because I always wondered about that. But if it could be right in front of you, had a really good like mic, and it wasn't so windy, I think this would be the next thing since sliced bread. Like it's gonna be an investment that I think really needs to be looked at, especially by people who have money, because it's just going to be smart, Jesse. It's just going to be smart. And oh, you know what? I'm going to post this up. This is a perfect example of what I mean. I'm just getting excited by this because, okay, I'll give you an example. My mom brought up something yesterday that she was watching, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And it's like self-charging. You know how everything's an electric vehicle lately, Jesse?
Okay. Let's see. Self-charging what? Vacuum cleaner?
Well, they probably could make that. But roads that charge your vehicle while you drive. Yeah, and they're happening in Sweden. So there's like this company coming out with that, and they just repurposed the road to have like a underneath the cement like power that kind of sends to your vehicle and charges your vehicle all the way. So imagine that on a highway, like in a fast lane, and then you don't have to worry about always like charging it up. Kind of think like a railway car, right? Like with the electrical line at the top, but it's at the bottom, it's unseen. And if you have a electrical vehicle, kind of like think like an iPhone that charges wirelessly, it charges like that, but it's while you're on the road. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right here. I actually thought you were just messing with me.
No, I'm not. It's awesome.
Sweden to create permanent electric road. Yeah, this article is about 3 months ago, but
Yeah,
yeah, wow,
they've been
no,
testing it, and it works.
I actually like the concept and idea. I just I just wish electric cars were more affordable, and then that would be easier.
Well, and when you think about the cost of gas, though, going up to as much as it did, $8, it almost balances out, Jesse. It almost balances out. Okay, so let me show you this little picture. Isn't that cute? The little, like, that's so cute. I guarantee you, Jesse, if you do this, and you have a dog, you will be stopped by anyone and everyone that goes, dude, what is that? And it's affordable at $230. I need to hold on. I need to figure out this.
Drones are actually fairly affordable now.
Yeah, but one that follows you around and takes your picture and your video, I don't think so, Jesse.
A lot of drones have those functions on them, like to follow you and give it different flight patterns.
Yeah, but they're like $800. This is like cheap.
No, not $800. You got to know which ones do what. You got to do some research. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is because you said what it goes straight to Snapchat. I'm not a heavy Snapchat user, so I like the fact that if it would be better if it went straight to like an SD card and then I could transfer it over.
Well, no, I think you have the ability because it has to go through your phone, so it's tapped into your phone, and then you like you're not gonna fly it if you don't want it to post. Does that make sense? Or like if you don't like the video, it's not gonna automatically go. I think. But I would be happy if it went like streaming live, because I like to do things live. You never know what's gonna happen. But
it records in 2.7K video, so it's better than 1080. And
2.7K.
Yeah, that's what it says. Also, I like my drone because fairly like let's say, oh look, there's something in the distance that I want to take a look at. Boom, my drone investigates.
Oh, I like that.
It does take considerable skill because I swear, the first time I used it, I'm glad nobody was recording it. It was so embarrassing because I pointed in the wrong direction, and instead of going forward, it went towards me. So having those propellers spin at that speed, yeah. See, look, this way you don't have to worry about the propellers touching your fingers or anything.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
sorry, here are the details. The Pixie weighs 101 grams with its swappable battery insert. Okay, so that makes sense. Have one ready to go. Snap says a full charge will get you 5 to 8 flights, which can range from roughly 10 to 20 seconds. Okay. A short flight, even by tiny drone standards. Okay. Additional batteries cost $20. All right. And Snap sells a portable dual battery charger for $50. Okay, you're going to need that. I guarantee it. The Pixie's 12 megapixel sensor shoots up to 100 videos or 1,000 photos. Oh, that's good. I like the photos part. But I even like the 100 videos, all of which are stored locally on a 16 gigabyte drive. Okay. The footage is synced wirelessly to the memory section of Snapchat. It doesn't capture audio. Okay. So it lets you use songs it has licensed for music labels. So in other words, you would want to record separately with this device, right? So it's still not that bad. I mean, it would be heavy anyway. And it then is shareable directly in the app or elsewhere. Oh, interesting. Snap has included a few Pixie-specific AR effects to choose from, and let's see. There's an auto crop feature that can quickly turn the horizontal footage into Snap's staple vertical orientation. I always like sideways. I don't like vertical because the video isn't amazing. They say the video quality is amazing. It's not something you're going to want to display on a large screen, but it's fine enough for viewing on a phone. Okay, so yeah, like you said, it's not 1080. Oh, I get it. Okay, I got it. Okay, so it's kind of like. Yeah, but again, it's the first of many to come, is my point. And I think something to look at because people are going to want something that actually follows you around takes your video. I would like it to take audio, not like because it's hard to sync up like audio with all that. But if you're not excited about this, I gotta say, what's going on there? Because this is technology like at its finest, all right? And these are the guys, Jesse, that I wish they would make it look like. Again, just make it look like these little guys because they're so cute. And right, wouldn't you want that? You would want that following you around. Come on, Jesse, tell me you don't.
Oh my god, I would love a drone that looked like that. And you know what? If it was a Bluetooth speaker, it would be even better.
That's funny. Okay, let's see. So that's my point. And then like it just I don't know. It just I get the little time that it flies. It doesn't fly for a long time. But I'm just excited by this, and I'm really excited by things like this. But I can't even hold my because come on, this is so cute when it just follows you like that. I mean, come on. You're like the fan favorite of everyone, But it does take only video, no audio. So that's kind of key to know. And I just think it's going to be a thing that's just like first generation of like a whole host of them coming up. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for this. I don't know. It's just fun. And then it lands in your hand. I mean, it's as easy breezy as that. How cool is that?
It is really cool. Like I said, this is just the first step in devices.
Yeah.
So these are just first generations. I can't wait to see what the future holds for just devices such as those. I swear to God, make it look like batteries not included, and I will buy it.
I know you will. I'm right there with you. I'm not gonna lie. And then they would charge like $800. I'd be like, oh man, why do you guys do that to me?
It'll be worth it. I will buy it.
Oh, all right. See, there's a market there. That's why they got to revitalize batteries not included. Don't make them look dumb. Make them look smart. Basically, make them look like the original. All right. Let's see. Shelly tuning in. We appreciate you, Shelly. Shelly Watson, thank you for tuning in. Stephanie Reese says, it looks like that drone that was on the tech market last year called Air Selfie Drone. Yeah, I think so too. Although I have no idea what that was. Air Selfie Drone. What is that, Jesse?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Air Selfie. Oh, okay. It's like
it does look like that.
Wow, that looks strangely like that. Almost identical. Wow, except for the yellow color. Wow, okay, that's weird.
Well, and it could be the prelude to this one because this is branded by Snapchat. You know what I mean? Air Selfie Camera. Well, then you know what? Good, even better. You know why? Because that's called innovation. Ooh, there it is. Air Neo. Oh, I don't think I was gonna make my video really bad. Okay. So I'm looking at this, and I get what she's saying. Let me see if I can bring it up here for you guys. Because we're all about competitors, right? Like I say, there's a good. Go ahead,
colors.
Jesse. What?
No, it comes in various colors. Instant sharing on social media. Yeah, it's almost the exact same thing, except for it's $100 cheaper.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
My thing's coming up weird. It's the Air Neo. They got let's see. I'm gonna go to the order now, and it's really neat. Let me see if this image comes up. It's kind of like I wanted to. But Jesse, I'm kind of like on the fence on this. Is this better than the other one?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research into this one because this was like for only $150 compared to what was the other one? $300.
This doesn't do it quite what I want it to do. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. I do like it. So it's 1080p, 30 frames per second. Obviously, it's not gonna do like some hardcore 4K videos or something like that. But no, this is actually really neat. I like this. This is a little bit more affordable than the other one where you're stuck on Snapchat.
It's almost exactly the same, Jesse. It's just branded different. It's the same thing because it's got the 12 megapixel. It's got the AI powered autofly flight mode. It's got instant sharing on social media. I'm not sure which social media. Yeah, Stephanie, good job. You got it right. This is what they say is branded opportunity. So they branded what this is. They call it Pixie. They'll make it famous, but now you know who manufactures it. So good job. And yeah, they were at CES and they won an award for it. It orbits around you. It flies 7.5 inches away and shoots. I'm not 7 inches. Sorry. It's up to 7 feet away, I think, 7.5 feet away, and shoots high def video as it does one complete revolution around you. It does a 360 if you wanted to, and it's exactly that. Good job, you got it. Yeah, it's the Air Selfie, and evidently it goes to TikTok too. So it does to any of your social media platforms, Jesse. So it doesn't just relegate it to Snapchat, which is actually what I'm looking for, right? Something that isn't just one thing, right? Isn't that good? That's good. I like that.
Right? It kind of looks like somebody at Snapchat's all like, all right, we need something for our company. Ooh, let's market this and let's just change it up a bit.
Well, that's called, you know what? That's every device, right? If you think of like cameras, there's always a manufacturer, then there's a brand that kind of says, okay, this is our brand. If you look at earbuds, I'll give you a perfect example. I saw earbuds and I'm like, okay, Skullcandy is a brand of technology, but they put their label on it, but they don't manufacture it. They team up with the person that does manufacture it. But just like, okay, eggs, for example, right? Or milk, right? It's a cow and or thing, but you know, who produces it and then who labels it and then who markets it? It's that company, right? Knudsen is known for marketing a bunch of stuff, but they don't manufacture it 100%. They usually use, honestly, there's a whole like production that goes into it, but you never know who the little guy is, right? So in this case, I think this is the little guy, and they're saying, look, we're going to get ahead of this, so we're going to get a bunch of orders from this. Yeah, there it is. It started as Indiegogo, Jesse. It's an Air Selfie camera, and maybe that's why I'm excited for this. Yeah, it started on Indiegogo, and they have all the backers. So the people that backed it up, evidently, yeah. But if you want to pay a little less, like Jesse said, you might as well get it originally, and then because it does, I just wanted to do audio, I'm not going to lie, but because it does all this, they even have a smaller one. It's the $49.95 Air Power Bank sleeve. Oh no, that's a sleeve with the air. Because it powers it up while.
Yep.
Which gives it 6+ minutes of flight time per charge. You have 36+ minutes total with power bank because it takes a lot of power. So it gives you an extra boost of flight time. Okay, got that. But the Air Neo is $149.95, and the fact that it posts to other social media platforms. I love it, Jesse. So I think it goes to your phone, and then your phone, you post it to other places. I think that's how it goes.
There's a small, like a 16 gigabyte hard drive on there.
Yeah. I wonder if it has like a disc thing. Well, you know, it's all about light. This thing is meant to be light, and I'm happy for this. I'm not gonna lie. Now at $149, I think it's more affordable. So
I'm actually more excited for this than the Pixie. I don't know why.
But because it's less, and B, you don't have to just post to Snapchat because you're not big on Snapchat, right? So you're like, I want to post to my Instagram, I want to post to my Facebook, I want to post to my Twitter, right?
Exactly. Like I'm not a heavy Snapchat user, so I don't want to focus on one thing. So yeah, I like it.
And the colors are more like what you want, right? Like it's got all kinds of cool colors. So I'm gonna follow this company. Hold on, I'm gonna find them on Twitter.
Right. Thank you for giving us this company. I can guarantee I'll probably end up buying one.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. This is a really good thing. So you can find them at Air Selfie Camera, and they only have 2,000 followers, so they're still kind of new. Snapchat will kind of run as that, but I think they kind of buy it from these guys, and then they just put their label for them. They manufacture it, and that's how they. It's kind of like this Snapchat glasses, right? It wasn't. I think they kind of, it's, how do I say it? Okay, like kind of like when you write a story and you co-author a story, but people co-author a story and then who takes the story at the end of the day and makes it a movie? It's that guy. So that's where Snapchat is kind of being the arm of them and saying, look, we're going to advertise it, but we need it as our branded one so people don't know. It's called white labeling. If you don't know it, it's a thing that restaurants do. It's a thing that if you have food out there, you could white label things. So you could get somebody to kind of manufacture like the new, I don't know. Have you ever wanted to have like a label and like your name? Okay, perfect example, makeup, all right? You see all these girls that have, like Kim Kardashian, perfect example. Well, she didn't create the makeup. She put her name on it, and then she marketed it through her name, but she got it from someone. And then they fulfill the order. but she doesn't fulfill the order. That's why it's just branded opportunity. That's why I say get your social media up, get your brand up, and then, have branded opportunities. Then you get to sell things, and then you get to, make money on the site. Some people make money on video, and I think this is going to be good for TikTokers. But again, it needs the audio portion of it. So I'm sure they're going to do it soon. This is their award at CES, and again, for those who don't know, it's the show in Vegas, which is always fun to go to. I used to go every single year. But it's just cool. So good job to those out there. And Stephanie, thank you for that information. So that's why we like our chat, because you guys are smart. And she called it, man. This is totally the device. So there you go. We have the 411 of what the device is. The Air Neo takes home the Innovation Award, and that was as of 2022. So I guarantee somebody said something to someone and said, we've been looking for this. We want this, and we want it to get next level, and that's what Snapchat's doing. That's why we're going to release it. So these guys are 100% going to make so much money, because I guarantee all the influencers is going to want one. It just makes sense. All right. So go follow them. They're fun. I'm going to reach out there. Maybe I'll retweet the video. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Follow me, Aaron. We're almost out of time. Jesse, I know we talked a lot about technology. I know normally we have Joel Prevost talking technology, but I think it's fun to talk technology and then talk fun. So what's happening this weekend that we can all get behind?
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited now, and I kind of want to break out my drone on this weekend and just pilot it around.
Hey, have fun with that, right? Why not? All right, I say have fun out there, be safe, be responsible, and again, take one day at a time. All right, people, make it a great day. Bye-bye, everyone. All right, and it is the morning show. Again, we appreciate you. I'm going to go to social media chat room just for a bit to see what you guys say. Again, Stephanie, great job on that referral there. You are completely right. It is exactly that, drone. So good job. Let's see. Jeannie says, I didn't like Facebook at the beginning. Now it's a business passion. Yeah, exactly. That was me too. And I came from MySpace. It was a recommendation from a friend. And he was like, dude, be on MySpace. And I'm like, MySpace, what's that? And then I checked it out. I was a fan. And it took me a while. Then I'm like, oh, you get to, make it your own, kind of like your own, I don't know what to say it, but it was like when you went to somebody's profile, it was like their personality, right? Because you could customize everything. And I think that was the fun part of it, which kind of has been a thing that nobody's done lately, which I think if you did it again in a different way, you don't call it MySpace, but you call it whatever you want, and then you make it customizable for the kids, anyone like 13 and up, and you make it, family friendly, you would have the next generation of people that grow up with it, right? And then don't make it weird stuff and make it only for you, because I think at the end of the day, as much as he's a good artist, he let it go, man. And I know he wasn't the only one that bought it, but they made it all about music and not about the fun of it. And MySpace was about the fun of it, and kind of like customize your own page or your profile, right? And then connect with your friends. So that's kind of what MySpace was. I think somebody could make some money off of the new one, and then just make it like, hey, we're not going to control you so much, and then they'll get really big and then sell it, and there you go. Let's see. Stephanie says, I know my one video inspiration is the show Gilmore Girls and Coffee. That's awesome. All right. Let's see. Algenia says, awesome R&D development. My hermana Gomez Viviana. Yeah, she's the one that brought it up to me about that. It was pretty neat. Trinita Dorsey, thank you for tuning in. Rosalie, thank you for tuning in. And by the way, Rosalie, thank you for the update on that. You kind of say something on my children's book that I actually was or am working on. And, I like to see and hear comments and see how it reads, because it's a different type of rhyme. For those of you that don't know, I posted yesterday a page, just the first page, really. And it's a working... It's not going to be the finished product. I want to put something out there because I wanted to see feedback. I'm all about feedback. If you have feedback about anything that you do, It's better to have feedback than no feedback at all, right? And I know I had a question about this. I know my mom had a question about this. Like, no, if you publish it, somebody's going to steal it. I'm like, nobody's going to steal it because they don't know the rest of the story. There's a large percentage of it. But she read the story. That's why she knows it. And I had her read it to me, and I wanted to hear how it read because it's like Dr. Seuss, right? But I posted a picture. And I'm going to tell you the secret, okay? Because I'm all about kind of letting people know what I do, when I do it, and why I do it. And people go, why do you do that? Why do you like give away stuff? I go, well, because I think it's good for everyone to kind of go, because I hear all the time people say, hey, how can I like write my own book, right? And I've been telling people the secret because I've met with like several people and they're all like, I have a story that I want to tell. I'm like, well, don't write it out, just speak it out and use the app and then, upload it to YouTube, do it private, and then get the transcription and there's your book. Just do it like a story form. Like you're telling a story. And then if you want to edit it along the way, it's easier to talk and have somebody like take your, there's people that transcribe or people that do shorthand. It's a thing. And are people that kind of like, when you speak, they kind of put it into word form. But look at Facebook. Like as I'm speaking, we don't have to pay for this. This is what Facebook does. It's automatic. So it knows whatever I say, it puts it into print in captioning mode, right? Well, captioning mode is stored somewhere so you could download the transcription later. There's a lot of typos, obviously, but you go in and you edit that and you can actually make it really, really good later, right? So my point is you could do this with anything. So here's what I posted. And I just posted really quick because I just kind of put this together really quick because I really wanted something. But I want an artist for this. And so if you guys read this story and you have a recommendation of an artist, I want it fun, I want it vibrant, I want it good because it's a very beautiful story. You haven't gotten to the end. You only got the first page. But here is the cover that I did. I'm going to tell you the secret. Canva. Okay, I use Canva for this. So that's why I'm not going to use this as the final. But I wanted kind of like a quick little... something that would say, okay, this is kind of what I'm going for, because I'm not going to be able to draw it myself, but this is kind of the design I'm going for, and I got it from Canva. Okay, so if you see this design again, I'm not using it for my book because obviously people are going to be like, no, I know where you got that from, but I got it from Canva. Okay, so why not do your story? This is a children's story book, obviously. I'm going to do it landscape. I don't like it in this position like it is, and I have it printed out already, so I know I'm going to do it in what they call landscape, not portrait mode. This is portrait mode, right? Or like Snapchat mode, right? Or like when you hold your camera in vertical position, not horizontal mode. That's what it looks like. Okay, and then I posted just the first page of the words because I honestly want to see, and you're not gonna be able to really read it here. So yeah, maybe I won't post that, but I'll post it, and then you can find it on social media. Actually, let me bring up the words really, really quick here, and then just the first. I don't know, I'll zoom in here. But it's a good story for kids and parents. Okay. And that's just like the first paragraph. A good boy, a caterpillar was, but alone was he. A caterpillar with no home, but a branch he know. Not once, but twice he know. A good boy he was, but a mommy he knew no. He knew a caterpillar was he. But a catter he knew he was, a pillar he knew he was, for he was told more than once. He say, I know, I know, I know, a caterpillar I be, a caterpillar I am, a caterpillar I be, but I know a caterpillar what I be. What a caterpillar. A caterpillar was he, but a caterpillar he no, for he was only 3. He say, a caterpillar I am, but a caterpillar I be. What is a caterpillar? You see, when a caterpillar be born, no one says you are a caterpillar. So he say, what a me, what a me, what a me. And then the rest. Yeah, you got to read the rest. It's really good. And I say that because it's a story that I put together. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of like, I have my heart in it. I'm not going to lie. But I'm always ready for adjustments, all right? So it's a story that I feel is going to take a shape of its own because it kind of puts you in a rhyming mode that is like, huh. Yeah, and then once you're kind of in that rhyming mode, you just kind of go with it and you just record it and you go, huh, what kind of story are you going to get from this, right? And it just does something, and it does something fun. And I think if you read it out loud to your friends or family or even your little kids, they kind of go, huh. And then you go, what story do you have? And you just start, with the story. And you start with this. You say, okay, So a caterpillar do what a caterpillar do. What do a caterpillar do? And they say whatever comes to their head. And whatever you say comes to your head, just let it out of your mouth, and then you'll see what happens. All right. So I'm thinking of putting a little video together, at least for the first 3 pages, so that you know how it's supposed to be read. And it's a fun story. And I got several stories coming up around the corner on that. And again, that's what it is. I recommend that you at least, how do I say it? Read it out loud, and it's a very heartfelt story. I that's just the first page. Okay, it's like I'm still working on how many pages. I think it's going to be probably anywhere from 12 to 18 pages when I'm finished with it. I got the transcript already, but I'm kind of looking for people to read it and see what they say on it. So I might give out about maybe a promotional first draft of the story, just to see how it reads, and then maybe have you guys read it out loud on video, and then kind of edit it together, and then maybe just have fun with it. So, but it's a fun story about a little catter that could be a pillar eventually, and then of course butterfly later. But he doesn't know, because who tells a butterfly that he was a caterpillar, right? Does a caterpillar know he was a butterfly? Eventually, or you know what I mean. So, anyway, do what you do what you do when you do, and do. Have fun with that. All right, bye everyone.